This is a full live PPR draft, everybody. What's good? 2, 1, 0. Check it out. Joe, what's up, guys? This is a draft tonight. This is actually courtesy of Kanoa Built. He requested a full PPR draft through the 10th through 12th spot. So I wanted to be challenging a little bit and do the 10 so I can kind of operate on the turn a little bit and see what other people have. So it's 12 teams here, 12 drafters. They are all live. That's why it'll take a little time, as you can see right here. As the timer. Might not be able to see it in your shot, but I'll keep you abreast of what's going on. As you can see, Jonathan Taylor went first. McCaffrey went second. Austin Eckler. Now, and Cooper Kupp went fourth. See, as you can see, it's PPR. So, you know, the wide receivers will get prioritized a bit more. And in all honesty, I actually did do another, maybe about 30, 40 minutes ago, I ended another draft that I did. Just did a dry run for the PPR just to see how things laid out real quick. So then I went ahead and started recording this one. So what's up, guys? Flawless Fantasy Football. Thanks for checking me out. What I decided I'm gonna do is, here we go. Let me slow it up real quick. It's coming up on us. Here you go, Flawless right here. So let's see what we got here. Jamar Chase went right before us, so we got Devontae Adams, Diggs, CeeDee Lamb. And we got some running backs, Joe Mixon. I guess we can't sleep on Joe Mixon here, so let's go ahead and take Joe Mixon. We can't let him go sliding to the bottom. Part of an elite offense. And he can't catch the ball. They play with him a little bit on third downs, but hell, 16 rushing touchdowns. I'm sure he'll duplicate double digits. I think he's, as long as he stays healthy, like he basically did last year, missed one game, I believe. Possibly two, I doubt it, not scoring 16 touchdowns. But I think he only missed one, if I'm not mistaken. So, Travis Kelsey went in the first round. All right. You all know how I feel about that because I don't feel Travis Kelsey's the tight end one. He wasn't last year, and I don't see with him being on a slight decline that he'll beat someone that is actually, I want to say ascending because he's already ascended, is the main weapon down in Baltimore. I just don't believe that's, but people are still stuck on names, so good for you, Mr. Kung Fu Genius. Saquon Barkley in the first round. I would not ever. I like that Leonard Fournette pick, but come on, man. Come on, man. Saquon, listen, I'm not saying Saquon not going to have a good year, but he's just going to have to do it on somebody else's team. I'm not going to advocate for that, guys. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, you guys should go and pick Saquon and he's going to, if he's of value in the third, let him pop on somebody else's team. Okay, we're not doing that too tough. Oh, no, that's very close, man. I really want to draft Aaron Jones here. I really do, but this is PPR. And we're going to go with, some people may want to go with go with Adams. But I'm going to go with Diggs. He's the proven commodity here. I'm going to go with Diggs. Joe Mixon, Stefon Diggs. Diggs going to get peppered. He always has. Surefire wide receiver one. So we're not going to play with, the likes of, I just think he'll be more steadier than the rest of the guys that were there, like, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans. They're more so boomer bust. I want to say boomer bust, but, I just think Stefon Diggs will be a little bit more consistent with it. And have the high ceiling games as well. Aaron Jones. Some of you guys may be on the Aaron Jones. But I'm just not because I think we've seen the best of him. When I say that, because people are still stuck on, remember those crazy games, those 3 touchdown games that Aaron Jones used to have back in the day? People are stuck on that, so and they still remember that. It's almost like programming. and you gotta learn to not be left holding the bag. If I'd rather release the bag, let go the bag a year early than be hanging on to it a year late. I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of feel that way about Tom Brady this year. I've had Tom Brady. I've won several championships with Tom Brady and had some great years with him. But man, the dude, 45? About to turn 46 or something? I'm afraid of that, I'm afraid of that. All right. Did a little adjustment. But yeah, so some things you just got to draw the line on. But we'll see. I mean, I don't think he'll be throwing the ball much downfield, so should be okay. But we'll see what happens here. We got Mark Andrews going at, you see how the second round went. Fournette, Swift. We snatched up Diggs. Devontae went, CD, Tyreek. That makes sense. That Tyreek Hill is a very high-risk pick to me in the second round. With Tua over there, I just don't trust nothing about Miami's offense. That's just me. It may do well at times, but those deep passes that he has, those are no longer going to exist. So you're going to have to focus on all underneath stuff. And Tyreek just got paid, man. And that's pretty much his last payday. He might blow a gasket this year. I could see it happening. Chubb, Devontae, Aaron Jones goes. Alvin Kamara, don't know what's going to happen with him. If his suspension is going to happen this year or get carried into the next. Mark Andrews, Mike Evans finishes out the second. Deebo Samuels. Man, he had it going well to that Deebo. I wouldn't have did that Deebo there. And I'm a Niners fan. Keenan Allen, T. Higgins, Ezekiel Elliott, James Conner coming back on us. Let's go look at it and see what we have here. We got AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Deante Johnson. Okay, we got some options. Let's look at running back. Okay, you know what I want to tell you guys? It's like, in these. Let me get back to the draft board. Okay, full draft board. What we got to start doing is I want you guys to start preparing when you're drafting. You got to not just prepare for wins now in the season. You also got to prepare. Man, this is going to be a tough choice. Let me see something here. I'm going to take a chance. I don't want to, but yeah, I'm going to. This is all about opportunity here. Now, we go David Montgomery. They got a crappy line over there. I don't like ETN. It's out of Breece Hall or Cam Akers. Let's go Cam Akers. Now, I'm gonna talk my reasoning behind Cam Akers in a second. I'm gonna talk that in a second. Let me go back to the full draft board. I just believe Cam Akers has the opportunity. Coach over there loves him. People say he came back too early. He looked slow. I'm going to be honest with you. Fuck, he was faster than damn Zeke. And guess what? Zeke was the running back freaking 6. He came back too early. And guess what? Normally when people come back too early, they get hurt. That didn't happen with him. And I don't see another 18 receiving touchdowns for Cooper Kupp. And that's going to go back down to the norm. And I believe if Cam Akers stays healthy, he's going to have a top 5 running back season. Remember, Gurley had all that juice over there because they were committed to him. And we saw that the coach gave it all back to Cam, even though he was actually kind of ineffective. But hell, he played against Tampa Bay one of those games. So you can't really just justify it from that little short time span he had. Him actually playing and not getting hurt says a lot. I'm sure the confidence is going to come back. I believe Cam Akers is severely underrated. Now, I could have went, one of the other things I was going to do, I thought about going, but it was just a little bit more shaky than I didn't want to do, was going Breece Hall there. You see Waddle's available, Terry McLaurin Brandon Cooks. All those are fine choices, but we all know how I feel about Mike Williams. Okay? So let's go back to the big draft board. And there we go, sitting up there with flawless Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, Stefon Diggs, and Mike Williams. See, Josh Allen went right after that, but that's fine. Because I want you guys to, I think Cam Akers is a great pick right here. I just think that Breece Hall is a little bit, it's a little bit too soon. I do believe Breece Hall is going to be a monster, especially towards the end of the season once they get tired of freaking incorporating him and Michael Carter in together. But it was just too much to pass up on Cam Akers there. I'm glad the consensus is down on Cam Akers, because if I can get myself in a situation where I get a stud running back, a wide receiver, a high-end running back on an elite offense. Like, how many people are going to be scoring a lot of points on the Rams, you know? So he'll always be, and they're not really committed to Darrell Williams like that. He's essentially what he is. He's a backup. He has good games. Now, mind you, drafting Cam Akers, nobody wants Darrell Williams, so you'll be able to pick Darrell Williams in the freaking 13th or something. I'm not going to carry on this draft that long because it's too time consuming. We're already 11 and a half minutes now. So here we go. After Cam Akers, 1, 2. Dave Montgomery, Travis Etienne. I'm not touching the Etienne. Etienne can do fine on somebody else's team, but not mine. Kyle Pitts, people are still up in arms about Kyle Pitts. Still the number 3 tight end. Crappy offense. They should be losing all the time, but he need to score more touchdowns, and it might not happen. He should score more than last year. Hell, he only scored like 1 or 2 or something like that. Deante Johnson, way too overvalued. If you ask me, he's not the number 1 even on his team. Josh Allen, Breece Hall. See, he didn't go too shortly after that, so they let you know. You know, it was pretty damn close to, picking him. And then you got Kittle, McLaurin, Waddle, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, and Herbert and Patricia Mahomes closing out the 4th. You know, so we're going to run the 5th and 6th, and we're going to see what happens. Based on news today, guys, they say that the Deshaun Watson ruling should come as early as next week. That should be good because then you get a better tell on how you feel about people like Nick Chubb. You know, there isn't much else over there, outside of that, especially in the run game that I'll be concerned about. You know, you got the wide receiver over there and actually seeing how he would be. But let's just see what happens with that. I would like to stay away from them at all possible if I can in Cleveland. Let's see if the wide receiver is still out there. Yeah, Amari Cooper's still out there. But Amari Cooper's 99 playing still. So we'll see what happens. A little piece of news hype. They say that Paris Campbell, some beat reporter or something, say that Paris Campbell and Matt Ryan is having a strong connection in camp. You know, guys, you're going to hear all this good stuff and all this type of hype that's coming out of camp. You got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt, you know. Oh, this guy's doing good. This guy's doing bad, you know. The only thing you really should be worried about is injuries. And I say injuries that matter. You know, if they're long term, if it's minor, it's minor. But if it's big, it's big. So if it's minor, I wouldn't sweat it. Like when you say minor, Chase Claypool left practice with an arm injury. But hell, he had an arm injury last year in the first game of preseason. I mean, I was on TV and he jumped for one of those crappy Big Ben freaking passes, and that was severely underthrown. And sat out the rest of the game. He was fine, you know, but everybody tried to make a little something out of it when it really wasn't. So unless there's something broken or something fractured, I wouldn't worry about it. Pat Freiermuth is dealing with a hamstring injury. So I believe Pat Freiermuth had one of his biggest seasons that he's going to have. Not to say he won't be productive, but just with the new quarterback coming in, I just don't think that he's going to be as big a part of the offense like he was last year with Big Ben, you know, not having the arm strength to throw it downfield. All right, coming back on us. Let's see what we're going to do. Let's go back. Oh, man, it Ben came on us quick, so. You got Lamar, Jalen Hurts, running back. All right, let's go here because I refuse to let AJ Dillon pass by here. Got to scoop up Dillon right there. So we got Mixon, Cam, Akers, and AJ Dillon. That's a very solid start, man. We got Dillon as our running back 3. We could easily put him in at the flex. I think he's going to have a monster year, guys. Monster year. He's the actual. He rushes the ball the most over there. He's going to have the goal line rushes. Sure, homeboy might have the most catches, but hell, if he end up laying it down like he always does, he missed a couple games last year, and if he does that, man, you got to put him in your lineup as your RB. I don't want no freaking stupid Aaron Jones. And I don't want y'all holding on to that sucker either. He may do fine, man, but it just I'm more I'd rather get our boy like we just got him for your 3 rounds later. They were damn near back to back last year in the rankings. Pretty close together. That thing I say right there, I said pick number 58 by Flawless. All right, now it's going to be coming back on us. So let's go look at the wide receivers. Got Rashad Bateman. Man, that thing came up quick. I'm going to take a chance here. And I'm going to go Gabe Davis here. This is the only time I actually had a chance of actually being able to do what I really want to do. I think someone might snipe me, but we'll see next round. We're about 17 minutes trying to close it out. I want to pick a quarterback in one of the next 2 picks. So we'll see what happens. Let me open it up and get the whole page up out of here. Also, they say Lamar Jackson has more velocity and on tighter spirals. Hey, again, another fluff piece. The dude can throw hard, you know. I do think Rashad Bateman's going to have a good year this year. I think he'll be a nice, solid wide receiver, too. Because he has more the intermediate routes, short and intermediate route stuff going on. He's just not a downfield threat. You know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood. So that dude can have, man, he should have a lot of targets this year. Him and, it's basically just going to be him and Andrews. And DK Metcalf, he finalized in a 3-year extension, so he's about to get paid. What else? How much want to freaking mention it? So I'll wait. I'm not even going to say that. The coach Hackett over at Denver says that the offensive tempo is up to Russell Wilson. Now, you know, again, I don't know if he's going to be like, hey, you want to run the ball today or you want to throw the ball today? You know, these coaches do have a job to do, so I don't really necessarily believe that. Sure, Russ wants to throw the ball here, but guys, listen, he's not throwing the rock to DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. It's going to take some time. I believe it's going to take some time. But I don't think he's going to give you no down games either. He could go over there and throw that rock like, it's possible he can go over there and throw it like Peyton. Now, he ain't going to sit up there and throw no 55. He ain't finna throw no 55. But he might have a real good year, you know. I anticipate him having a good year, but I don't know how good of a year. I can definitely see him being quarterback, you know, 7 or so, 7 or 8. So, and actually somebody that we might be able to target since we waited a while on quarterback. Let's see who else out there. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Tom, and Russ. So we got options getting back here. Coming back. All right, we're almost out. Let's see what happened here. Come on, guys. Too slow. Let's go. That's the thing with having everybody in the draft. 7 seconds for. He probably left out. Oh, he just picked Deante Smith. Try to get these last 2 picks in. and see what our core looks and see what we look like. I think we're looking good already. Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, AJ Dillon, Diggs, Mike Williams, Gabriel Davis. I like that start. Gabriel Davis, y'all know how I feel about him. High-end wide receiver, too, and going to give you some weeks that's going to make you want to slap your mama. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, thank you, Flawless. Oh, my God, I can't believe. I'm so glad. I freaking believed in you with Gabriel. He's almost like he's the number one. Now, I know you see Stefon Diggs up here and you see Gabriel Davis. You know, some of y'all probably already saw that before. But we're not going to trip on that too tough. Because the reason why I did that was just because basically on how the draft fell. Because I can pick up our dog right here in the 7th, Lazard. So you don't have to play him, but his draft stock is going higher than actually Lazard's is right now. Because, you know, Lazard hasn't showed it. Really, he has, because he scored 8 touchdowns last year. So, and he's got the approval of Aaron. But, you know, people scared about that. And so I want to get this last pick. Hopefully it don't cut off too tough. If it does, check me out in the description. And I'll finish up what I'm going to say. Let's see what quarterback we can get. Joe Burrow or Russell Wilson will end up being our quarterback. I know let's go Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow. Because of what he can do in the fantasy playoffs and what he always showed us. All right? Oh, they give me a little value pick. Oh, value pick. Oh, shut up. Hey, so there's the squad, guys. Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, AJ Dillon as running backs. We'll put more depth on top of that. Stefon Diggs, Mike Williams, Gabriel Davis, Lazard at wide receiver. I add another wide receiver in the mix with Joe Burrow, the stud Joe Burrow, as the quarterback. Looking at getting somebody like Cole Kmet or something like that on the back end for tight ends. Like Cole Kmet. Still got Dalton Schultz out there. He'll be gone by the time he get back. TJ Hawkinson's still out there. Dallas Goedert. You got options out there. But at least you can get Cole Kmet because he's going to be a PPR target. And I advise anybody that's in PPR leagues to get him late if you want to stack up on some studs. All right. Hey, guys. That's it. I'm going to put the whole team that I'm going to finish with in the description or pin it up to the comments. So let me know what you think about this draft. And if you got any more suggestions, leave your name. Leave me the draft order and the draft type, and I will do a draft for you. First come, first serve. Remember the draft spot and what type of what type of draft. All right. This your boy Flawless for Flawless Fantasy Football. Like the video, comment, holla at your boy. Peace.